I'm Benito Skinner.
I'm Mary Beth Barone.
And this
is
Ride.
Hello, and welcome to the Ride Heritage Collection.
The Heritage Collection.
This is something new we're trying, where we are going to release iconic heritage episodes of the podcast in no particular order, and we're going to retitle them so you know exactly which iconic moment to expect. Moments that come to mind: the lesbian cop at Ride Live.
Massive.
We're talking about mi sister.
I was there.
It was rare.
NDA.
And of course, how many chickens there are in the world.
Oh, I just got a boner. Oh my God, wait. Mary Beth just cut her finger and is bleeding. I guess we have to go.
Enjoy this episode. We hope it's a tasty treat for you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have fun going through the archives and picking out these episodes for you.
Think about what we're doing right now. We do exist in the world. Isn't that trippy to think about?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on the journey for the Ride Heritage Collection. How do these things stay in the air?
A minute to hear about something that'll change your life.
Hey, sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but do you have a second to talk about one of the best snacks you can have on Earth? I'm sorry.
Hey, I saw you walking there. I don't mean to interrupt, but I was just wondering, have you heard of
Love
corn?
I think just before we start, I know that Dear Media sometimes plays that thing that's like, the podcast hosts were paid thousands to talk about what they said today. We weren't. This is free. Love Corn just sent me this box.
They did send us a box, which I guess in some ways, like it counts that they've paid us. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, free
Can
product.
someone from the FCC get back to me on this?
I've emailed them all year.
I mean, my gosh, what are you guys so busy with?
I literally feel like we're leading a Challenger retreat.
We're in full, just for the listeners, we're in full Love Corn merch.
I mean, they're going to see this, of course.
Benny's wearing a hat. And
this is a multimedia podcast. I mean, come on, sister.
This is a Dear Media podcast. So
Audio Jungle.
Audio Jungle.
God, that's good. You're really good at that. Uh-oh, burp. Oh my God, love corn.
Don't throw up.
Oh my God. Me throwing up corn.
Don't throw up.
Love corn. I get this box and literally Terry goes, Ben, there's a fun box for you that came. In my head, I go through everything. I'm like, oh my God, it's a Chanel purse.
So much better.
And actually, I thought it was your birthday present, which is so good. It's actually, I got you kind of a bitchy present. I don't know how to describe it.
It's a waist trainer. You got me Ozempic shots.
How did you know?
Oh, sorry. I was just feeling a little bitchy this year.
Literally, like I'm not fucking Dennis the Menace. Although we have to talk about you getting pranked for the first time by yours truly.
Oh my God.
So,
that's going to be fun.
So in this little box, I cut it open and I just immediately went, and it just looking at me, it says, love Simon, love Victor,
love corn.
Delicious, crunchy corn. P.S. Find love in the little things. Like,
are we not always saying that?
Are you fucking kidding? Like, that is so sweet.
I love on the side, it says crunchiest snack ever in quotes with 5 stars underneath.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't need to know who said it. It's not important.
Vulture.
You don't need to. They'll write up love corn. They'll never write about this podcast. That's fine.
Of course, my love.
That's fine. It doesn't really matter, does it?
We don't really care.
We don't really care. It's like whatever. But 5 stars across the board. I'll give them 5 stars. I'll give them crunchiest snack ever.
Why does it say PPS open here?
Maybe people don't know how to open boxes.
Of course. And that tracks. So inside, obviously, you'll see that I stocked my own pantry. I brought these for Mary Beth today. I took down one of these smoked BBQs. And you know what's funny? I went on a walk after and I did burp a little bit. And I thought, oh my God.
Here we go again.
But I would have kept going. So we have smoked barbecue.
Fabulous.
You hear that? Hey, what's better than that? Tiffany check. Corn check. Oh, fuck.
We're loving corn, but are we fucking corn?
Fuck corn.
Yes, wait.
Isn't it crazy to know that someone stuck a corn in the cob up their ass? Like, what is it, Murphy's Law?
Murphy's Law, whatever can happen will happen. Come on, Murph, you know that. Wow. Today is a giggly one. I can feel it.
Holy shit. It's just every time I talk about
Me
love
saying
corn,
I can feel it's going to be a giggly
I'm
one
beaming.
as we're both pissing ourselves. I have a really good sense for that stuff.
literally, I can't wait for the same comment we got from that one episode. For them to send me the same message. Are you guys high? 12 minutes of
12
corn.
minutes of corn.
Habanero.
I haven't tried those ones.
It's so good. So good. Oh my God. And then cheesy, which I hadn't had and I just loved. I took down the smoked barbecue and then I tried the cheesy.
Does this not feel like Christmas morning?
Sweetie, of course.
By the way, you're giving sort of like college orientation leader right now.
No, I know. That's what I wanted.
And what I love is that I would totally think you were straight and have such a big fat crush on you and try to hook up with you.
You would have written me an email.
I would have written you a fucking email about how in love with you I was.
Yeah.
And then you would have come out as gay like post grad.
Of course.
That would have been such a cool full circle story for us.
I agree. It's crazy that we skipped the middleman, but like we could have been together for a time.
I know.
So you said save the salt and vinegar for me, and guess what I did? I saved both for you. So they're both in here. And they gave us 2 shirts. The back of Mary Beth says cheesy.
Cheesy.
Again, I don't know if you can buy any of this stuff. This might be
Dangerously cheesy.
dangerously cheesy.
Remember the Cheeto commercial with that sort of sexy cheetah?
That cheetah was like, he made it. You want to talk about smoking hot?
Yeah.
Oof.
Ooh, flaming
was-
hot even.
Oh my God.
Heating up in here, babe.
Yeah. Ooh. That would play right after a verb. It's what you do. And it's like, what do you want me to do?
Also, make every shot.
A power shot. So then they sent me a tote bag and then they have these stickers.
I was hoping those were stickers
Yeah, of course.
for my phone case.
These are going to go all over Marshall's laptop. But you know what's so funny is that like they have love and it's rainbow, which is like, it is love corn.
Gay.
All love is love. Love wins. Love corn.
Gay narratives.
And then there's a tote, which obviously I feel like you'd probably use more than me.
That's like for going to the grocery store, which I like. Not
Yeah.
that I do that, but
Well, to get your corn on the cobs.
to get my love corns.
To,
Wow. Thank you to Love Corn. This is so
I know.
so
this
beautiful.
box is so sweet. Thank you for sending to us. You know, I feel like there's a lot more corn in our future. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
So let's see what's in this crazy little pamphlet they sent me. Because this is what we'll give to people on the street. Because we are going door to door for
Love corn missionaries.
Heard of God? Who cares about her? We want to talk to you about corn.
We want to talk to you about a real higher power. Love corn.
Okay, so we believe our snacks will always be delicious with simple ingredients, period. In giving back and doing good through business, sick, our brand should make our customers smile. Well, they did that.
We are right now, ear to ear.
Delicious, plant-based, gluten-free. You hear that, Marshall? We'll give you a bag, baby. Perfect crunch, great flavors. Look at this. She's taking it right off the corn. Okay, I shouldn't talk too much about what they can't see. But
Wait, that's pretty poetic. I shouldn't talk too much about what they can't see.
mm-hmm.
Think about that for 1 second. I shouldn't talk too much about what they can't see.
I'm looking at this and thinking milk chocolate and sea salt? That wasn't in the box.
That must
Love
be
corn.
new. Must be new.
Oh, fuck.
Should we talk about you pranking me?
Yes.
I'm at Benny's house yesterday, and
It looks like we're telling this to a troop.
So I'm at Benny's house yesterday, and I was like doing something on my phone, and then I hear Benny and Noah do a little giggle, and I'm like, "Oh, what's funny?" And they're like, "Oh, haha, nothing." Terry's on the couch. So Benny leaves the room,
And I know you're expecting someone.
Yeah, so I'm expecting someone to come pick me up from the house. So I'm sitting next to the fireplace, so my back gets nice and hot. And I hear a knock at the door. And when I lift my head up, I know Noah's not there, you're not there, and Terry's on the couch. But Terry walks by and he looks at the door. So Terry walks by, he looks at the door and then keeps walking. And he's like, "You can get it." And I thought that meant that the person who was picking me up was there.
Yeah.
So I leap up from the fireplace.
Not him, Dommy. You can get it.
He sort of just was like,
Also, background, he didn't know about the prank. So he just like didn't open the door.
Right.
Which I love.
Yeah. So I leap up from the fireplace to go welcome my guest. And I open the door and I'm like, "Why is my guest bent over?" And it was you who had knocked at the door.
If I'm so fucking crazy, then leave. And I wish I had this love corn hat on. It just came, this came in the afternoon.
I just wish we had recorded it.
I know. I
I
probably
wish
should
that
have
I know
told.
I had been in the corner.
I
But so
know.
she had gone to the bathroom, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So to not be there, because then she would have probably gotten up to get the door.
Well, you know what? When I was giggling with her, I told her because I've implicated her before, so she knows the whole bit. But I was like, if there's a knock, say it's for her. And so and then I think she didn't know how fast I was going to run
It
around
was
the back.
so well
My
executed.
heart was beating so fast because I was like, oh, there's nothing worse
But you also
than
had to beat my guest showing up. Like you had to be there before he got there.
I know. I was like leaping fences, Sandlot style.
Oh my God. It was incredible.
Thanks,
it
girl.
really was like joy, pure joy.
It really, like, I hadn't done that prank, obviously, since the very last time I did it for Terry. And I would just, I can't recommend it enough. I just think it's so fun. It like brings gratitude in a weird way. It's just like finding like joy in the little things. And it's like, well, finding love in the little things.
Also, the shape your body makes when you're bent over with your hands out, giving the finger. It's like,
isn't it so like Avril Lavigne punk rock? It's punk.
It's so punk. It's pop punk.
Yeah, it's pop punk.
I loved it. It was fabulous.
I know.
Thank you for giving me that experience.
Well, you're leaving me in a couple days, so I had to give you one prank.
I'll be back, and I can't wait to not expect the unexpected. And you'll prank me again, and I can't wait.
I've got some great pranks brewing, and I will say a few people have sent me pranks that are really, really they're intense. And the one that I loved though, this woman sent me this prank where she cues up Shania Twain. I think either Still the One or Man.
I feel like a woman.
She cues that up like 1,000 times on someone's phone. So no matter what they play, that comes on after.
That is so funny.
It's so funny. But you know what's great about that prank? And I think that this is moving into the more selfless prank, which, you know, is a whole other sphere. I haven't even talked about this. I haven't even talked about this subculture. But it's where you're not there to enjoy
the outcome.
You can't see them. Maybe you're in the car every now and then.
And that is truly a selfless prank.
It's a selfless prank. And I want more of it. I feel like
genius.
I had a few like that in college that I did, but this new prank I'm working on, where I want to buy really, really ugly things for the house and just start putting them everywhere and see. I think just that'll kind of be selfless because I won't always see it when he finds it. But I found this Patrick Star rug where he's wearing the dominatrix.
Yes, you sent me that.
Yeah, I think I want that to be on the other side of the bed. So he'll walk over and see that and be like, oh my God. you know,
so garish.
And we have to talk about how people who they can't change how their reactions are to make you realize that it's not actually something important.
I was on vacation with our good friend Emily, and there would be these reactions she would do where I wouldn't know what she was looking at or what had happened.
Oh my God.
And I'd be like, what happened? And she's like, I just dropped ice.
Yeah.
I just dropped a piece of ice.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
Terry's
it's okay.
Terry sees like Melissa McCarthy's Ursula makeup for the first time. And he goes, oh my God. Like fully, he couldn't. I'm like, that's the reaction? I'm like, how am I going to know if there's a killer in the house?
Exactly.
I'm going to think, no,
it's
Terry.
The boy who cried wolf.
No, literally. I'm going to be like, Terry accidentally like lost a page in a book. You know what I mean? Like,
Terry lost his place.
Like that's the reaction.
You know what though? I think it's actually kind of endearing. Now I'm just like, oh, what happened?
Yeah,
you broke a nail.
Terry does this thing where when I ask like, what is it? He just does take a beat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm still thinking like something really, really fucking bad happened.
Like your mom got in a car accident 6 months ago and she's only telling you now.
Literally.
Something like that. But no, it's something else. Like the flowers died or something.
My mom thinks it's so funny, the secret stuff. Cause she's like,
she's got a few in the artillery.
She got called out.
Moms can if you're gonna keep secrets, sometimes you're gonna get called out. As my mom says, when you play, you gotta pay. So
how much would you charge to rob a how much would you charge to haunt a house?
I'm still working out my fee.
I can't wait to say that. Apparently, my niece is like me. She's like an ag. So I'm like, I can't.
You have to hit her with that, like a lot.
And she'll be like, a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. Give me a credit card.
One of the things that keeps a lot of us from going to the gym is not knowing where to start or if workouts will even, work out. Meet Tonal, the ultimate strength training system that tracks your progress to take the guesswork out of working out, so you can have the confidence to keep pushing forward. Tonal is the ultimate strength training system for a reason. When life gets busy, workouts are often the first thing to go. With Tonal, you can make sure you're checking your workout off your to-do list with their smart and compact strength training system right in your home 24/7. Tonal provides the convenience of a full gym and the guidance of a personal trainer anytime at home with one sleek system. Designed to reduce your mental load, Tonal is the ultimate strength training system, helping you focus less on workout planning and more on getting results. After a quick assessment, Tonal sets the optimal weight for every move and adjusts in 1 pound increments as you get stronger, so you're always challenged. Tonal lets you choose from a variety of expert-led workouts, from strength to aero, HIIT to yoga and mobility, to keep you coming back for more. No more second-guessing your form. Tonal gives you real-time coaching cues to dial in your form and help you lift safely and effectively. And yes, you best believe that my trainer has the Tonal and it's perfect. Right now, Tonal is offering our listeners $200 off your Tonal purchase with promo code RIDEPOD. That's Tonal.com and use promo code RIDEPOD for $200 off your purchase. That's Tonal.com, promo code RIDEPOD for $200 off. Get Tonal today. It's fabulous. Tonal.com and use promo code RIDEPOD for $200 off your purchase. That's Tonal.com, promo code RIDEPOD for $200 off. Hey y'all, you know that this podcast is brought to you by Quince, our good friends over there. We've been doing a little resetting with our closets lately. I mean, Benny just moved, and of course I live in a studio, so I'm constantly getting rid of things. And one day I'm gonna stop talking about the fact that I live in a studio, but today is not that day. We're focusing more on quality over quantity, just building a wardrobe of pieces that are well-made, versatile, and easy to reach for every day. That's why we keep coming back to Quince. The fabrics feel elevated, the fits are thoughtful, and the pricing actually makes sense. Quince makes beautiful everyday pieces using premium materials like 100% European linen, organic cotton, and super soft denim with styles starting around $50. Their spring pieces are lightweight, breathable, and effortless. The kind of things you can throw on and instantly look put together. And that same focus on materials carries over to their accessories, like their leather bags, which are made from 100% hand-woven Italian leather, and honestly look way more expensive than they are. Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middlemen. We hate middlemen. They're constantly getting cut out. So you're paying for quality, not brand markup. I got a spray tan this morning. That's why I sound so chipper. 7:30 a.m. As many of you know, Benny and I have our staple Quince pieces. Benny has this cashmere polo that he wears on dates with me that I just love to run my hands over. And then I have that gorgeous black bodysuit, which he also loves to run his hands over. Refresh your spring wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/ride for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. Oh my God. So pop by Canadian Tire and then go home, get on the Wi-Fi and order your Quince. Go to quince.com/ride for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/ride.
So today I ride for kids having debit cards.
And I ride for peeing. Let's get into it.
So I came across this incredible email recently. Actually, I'm just going to get the exact wording.
You have to.
Because I don't always check the promotions tab on Gmail because, you know, who knows what's in there.
I don't know.
Because I've ordered a lot of random costumes and stuff over the years. Like, I don't know where these emails are coming from, and I'm scared of who has my email. But I know Chase does. So Chase sends this. Oh my God, it's so funny. And I feel like Chase knew I thought this was so funny.
Chase Bank.
Chase Bank.
You know, Edward thought Chase Bank was someone that like went to my high school. Because they don't have Chase Bank in England.
When we write a movie, the lead character's name is Chase Bank.
Bank.
Wait, that's so fun.
Yeah.
That is a Netflix name.
Because I'd be like, I have to call Chase Bank.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
Chase Bank?
Who is Chase Bank?
Yeah, Chase Bank was a nice kid.
Totally. Heart of gold.
So, Chase Bank sends me this email and it says, Benito, open your kid's first debit card. And I was like, what? And it says, you're invited to learn more about this debit card for kids. Chase First Banking is exclusively for parents, guardians who are existing Chase checking customers. It includes the following: 0 monthly service fee, a debit card in your child's name, banking account owned and managed by you for children's ages 6 to 17 years old. I could not stop laughing when I saw this.
This made me pee myself when you posted this on your story, by the way. I called you. I called you crying. Do you remember when I called you crying?
That's why I want to talk about it on the pod, because I'm like, I just need it to like live forever, because I just think it's so, and that's why we do this pod, is for our lineage.
It's immortality.
Exactly.
So our ideas become immortal.
Thinking of like people who, you know, the year of magical thinking, and then
Stop bringing that up.
I will bring up exactly what I want to, sister. So, I kept. So,
that's the outfit, by the way. This is the Stanford Prison Experiment. You put us both in uniforms and just see what hames. And you are becoming authoritarian.
Exactly.
You are a dictatorship.
Well, I have the hat on. I'm the NSO leader. New student orientation, my love. Okay, it's my shit. All the girls, let me feet like this. freshmen are bananas. Up from Gangnam Style.
Stop.
And then right after, it's just like some
It's
girl
a
from
seminar
Connecticut
about
going,
sexual
do the
assault."
Harlem Shake.
And then they take you to a seminar about sexual assault.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Right after. You're like, oh, okay. So immediately after I read that 6-year-olds can have debit cards, I picture myself, because my mom always tells this story about the Disney store that used to be in Boise, Idaho. And it meant the world to me. I think honestly it was my OCD coming out as a kid, but I needed to collect things. Like if there was one, I needed the whole collection, or it made me sick, which was unfortunate for my parents. Consumerism.
You were
capitalistic
sick with
horse.
consumerism.
I had a tummy ache.
The test came back positive for consumerism.
Say it ain't so. So I would go to this Disney store, and my mom would always laugh, because she was like, this crazy thing would happen is that I would call them all the time and be like, do you have the new Tarzan toys? Like, do you have the Jane doll? And shout out, like, my mom and dad, they always let me get dolls, which I think was just really, it was amazing. Like, they didn't care. And that was really important to me. It wasn't until I went to school that I felt like, oh shit.
But you felt safe in the home.
I'm looking around thinking, no one else wants to do the Lizzie McGuire monologue? Who's a boy? Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll just do it.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Sing to me, Paolo.
Sing to me something unbelievable.
He is something unbelievable.
I'm so upset because after we recorded that,
I want to show you something. Lizzie, I want to show you something unbelievable.
What really pissed me off?
Me in this outfit.
Me driving home from Dear Media the day we recorded that podcast and going, sing with me, Lizzie.
Sing to me, Paolo.
I want to show you something.
He brought her back to say, Isabella doesn't sing.
Wait, he says, I want to show you something unbelievable. You look exactly. You have a twin, and I've been singing with her.
Yeah, you have an exact twin.
She has brown hair.
She has brown hair, and her name's Isabella, and she is Italian, my love, and she's a global pop star. So the Disney store.
Anyway.
Yeah, so my mom would always laugh because I would call them and check in on toys. And then one day my mom walks into the Disney store with me, and, I'm holding her hand, and I'm like there to see my girls.
What's up?
And immediately the manager comes over and she goes, Ben, we have your order for you.
Oh my God.
My mom's like, you have his what? And I had ordered a costume. I had ordered, when Toy Story 2 came out, there was a bullseye costume, Woody's horse, where you could put your legs through. You want to talk about ride? You want to talk about horse girls? Where you could put your legs through it, and it would look like you were riding bullseye.
Of course.
I mean,
a genius costume.
It was genius. And so my mom was like, yes, a part of me was mad that you had called and that they had let a child order this. But then another part of me was like, the tenacity, the go-get-emness, the go-getterness, the heart, and the creativity.
Oh
So
my God.
she was like,
Well,
I ended up getting you the costume because I was like, and then I kept doing it, and it did become a problem. And then it just immediately made me think of, if my parents had given me a debit card at 6, I would have run train through the Boise Town Square. I would have gone, are you kidding? Debit. Friggin' La City of Atlantis dolls. Debit.
Put it on the plastic.
Megra. Put on the
well,
plastic.
you know what?
Sweetheart.
Disney's all about empowering kids. So of course they took a phone order from a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Why would they not?
Yeah.
It's the most magical place on earth.
Mhm.
Like, kids are treated as like real
Just
humans
picture me
with rights.
with my buzz cut and my Megra shirt that says "So Greek, so chic," and I'm like,
Do you still have that?
I wish. I asked my mom. She was like, "I'll check," because I literally asked for a crop top for you when you were going to Greece. I was like, I need, and I have the photos. That's all I have. And then a lot of me with Pocahontas tees because she was like my number one.
So gorgeous.
And so gorgeous. And I remember, like I have distinct memories of like calling Toys R Us and being like, "This is the number for the toy."
Oh,
like,
of course.
I have the order
You were
number.
looking up the SKU.
Yeah, of course.
Because we were savvy consumers. I'm like,
Catalogs.
I'm not going to call up and try to describe the item to you. No. I want you to plug it into your like analog computer that is just black with green writing.
Yeah.
I want you to plug it in on Numlock and tell me if you have it.
No, exactly. And you'll know, and I need to know how many are in stock, and can you put it on hold for
Putting it on
Benito
hold,
Skinner?
so powerful.
I thought it was so cool. And then I would go in the store with my mom, and she'd be like, you just watched 18 holes of golf. Like, is there any, would you like a toy?
treat?
And I'm like, come with me to customer service.
Oh, have I got news for you?
It's on hold, sister.
It's under my name.
But I also remember I would call them. Like, I would call up these places, and then sometimes they would say I was a girl because my voice was really high. And every time I'd go, excuse me, ma'am, I'm actually a boy. And I would get kind of pissed, and then I'd be like, do you have any update on the toy?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Like, I was like,
I'm
excuse me,
actually a
ma'am,
boy.
I'm actually a boy. And sometimes it's fucked up because I was asking for dolls, and they're like, oh, of course. But the Disney store, oh my God. They
Magic.
treated me so well in there. It was so
But
much
I
fun.
think letting kids have debit cards and learning how money works is so important.
I guess just 6 is the thing that's so funny to me.
But they need
It's
to learn the
like,
value of $1.
I know. And I guess like places don't take cash. So I do see where they're like coming from if you were like trying to, it's just like, I think that it might be at least they don't get credit cards, which I mean,
Of course.
God knows what I
But
would have done with
it's
that.
financial literacy. It's their Velcro wallets to have a little debit card that probably has like cartoons like Mickey Mouse on
Yeah.
it is like so cute to me. And it's
Yeah.
like financial literacy is so important. So
I
if they
agree.
overdraw, you teach them that, you can only spend the
Oh.
amount that you have in the account.
Me overdraw. I would have laid it down. They go, this is overdrawn.
Right.
I pull out
Run
my
it again.
I pull out my second one.
Run it again.
And then I have to go home and break through the ice. Confessions of a Shopaholic. Schrodinger's cat. Just fucking shit. No, I would have been her. I would have been her ripping through the mall, buying Abercrombie Henleys.
Of course.
Well, that's later. That would have been my 13-year-old debit card.
I'm imagining the videos I've seen of you as a kid dancing to Britney Spears, just money burning a hole in your pocket in the form of a debit card.
Oh, if I got like $10 from someone, I was like, there was this place called Hastings, and they had toys, CDs, and movies, and like merch. And I was like,
Posters?
of course.
Yeah.
Flip through them. I go like this.
Yeah. And they're so big. You have to kind of like.
I'm like jamming my finger every
Yeah.
time, just like. Bop, bop,
Well,
bop,
did you have a
bop, bop.
first communion?
Yes, I did.
Because that's when I opened my first bank account.
You had your first communion along with your classmate, Chase Bank.
Chase Bank. Me and Chase Bank were at our communion. And that was when I opened a bank account because people give you money for your first communion. So then
Yeah.
I opened my bank account and I had a bank book, when you would have the books that would
Yeah.
have like your total in it. Put my babysitting money in there.
You're showing me that maybe there is merit to this. I think actually now that I'm seeing it, of course, just like outright, I'm just applying it to the 90s.
I agree. I think it's an insane concept, especially in the 90s. Applying it to us as kids is insane.
So I think financial literacy is great. I just don't think kids need debit cards. What would you have bought? Now I'm picturing like little Miss MB.
I would have bought a laptop. I'm not kidding you. For Christmas.
I'm buying costumes. You're buying a laptop. That is us.
For Christmas from when I was 6 years old, I asked for a laptop with internet. Like that's what I wanted.
you wanted the.
I wanted the World Wide Web. Honey, I wanted it all.
Yeah. You're like the girl who gets the lamp. You're that girl at school that's like, if I got the lamp from Aladdin, I'd ask for a million more wishes.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a
I
simpleton.
more was just like, I want a costume and I want 2 dolls.
No, I would have bought so many clothes.
Yeah.
I would have bought
Halloween would have been dangerous
bags.
for
I would
me.
have bought Spice Girls merch. It was just like I just wanted it. I wanted it all, and
Yeah.
I did. My parents were really good about, if you make money, you can spend it, but like here's how it works. And they didn't spoil me. Like it wasn't like I got everything that I wanted.
Yeah.
Christmas was great, but I didn't get the laptop. Like they were like within reason.
That's the clip. That's the clip where you.
I didn't get a laptop
I didn't get a laptop. I love that at 6 years was laptop. At 6, I was literally
with
like
internet.
a Jessie doll.
With internet.
Yeah.
My siblings were like, "What the fuck? Where did she come from?"
What? You wanted that Apple laptop from Legally Blonde.
Of course.
God, that was amazing.
Of
The
course.
orange.
Yeah, I wanted to write. I was always writing as a kid.
You and me, 6-year-olds at the
Storytellers.
mall.
You and us as 6-year-olds at the mall. I mean, we would have just been like, that's like, we're the mayors of the mall.
Of course. Well, you would have been 8 and I would have been 6. You would have been like in charge,
Running shit like the Navy.
Of course. No, running shit like the Navy. Oh my God. Well, I just want to shout out my queens at the Disney store. It's closed now. It was an incredible store. It really was so beautiful. I remember it was so magical. And I definitely,
pure magic.
put my parents into debt.
I think it's so nice that they supported you through that. Like they were like, you know what, this kid's got verve
Yeah.
and we're going to reward that.
Yeah. And they let me rock the princess area. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just so funny to
Empower kids.
me. Just they're checking out and they don't see anyone at the thing. And then all of a sudden a small little hand reaches up and slaps down the debit card.
They look over. Oh, hey.
Hi. There you go. Run it. That's all I say. Run it.
There's enough on there. You can run it.
I'm glad my mom can't see my story. My mom just can't access it, but I just think it would have maybe triggered her to see all those things I made her, like all the things I circled in the catalog the other day when I posted them.
Cataloging, so
But
powerful.
if your kid is 6 and has a debit card, I want to know about it. I think it's so interesting. Tell us.
I want to know too.
think
I
that's
guess
so
first potty training, then debit card,
Of course.
then first communion.
We're 3 months into the new year, and guess what? It's time to try to simplify everything we can, including dinner. With work, routines, long winter evenings, having Home Chef deliver fresh, pre-portioned meals takes a huge weight off my plate. I also cannot cook to save my life. It's the easiest way to start Q2 of your year feeling organized, well-fed, and way less stressed. Home Chef makes cooking simple. Fresh food delivered, easy recipes to follow, and meals that actually taste great. And people really love it. Home Chef is #1 rated by users of other meal kits for quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. They've worked with chefs like Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, you heard that right. And now they're partnering with Giada De Laurentiis, bringing restaurant quality recipes straight to your kitchen. You'll find these chef-inspired recipes across Home Chef's culinary collection, classic meal kits, and express options, each designed to help you feel confident in your kitchen. Whatever kind of day you're having, Home Chef has you covered. From classic recipes with fresh ingredients and 30-minute meals to oven-ready trays and quick microwave lunches. There's even a dedicated family menu for easy 4 or 6 serving dinners. For me and Pinky. And it's not one size fits all. Home Chef has over 30 meal options each week with choices for different diets and tastes. Plus, it's affordable. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. For someone like me that orders in every single meal, honestly, it could be even more. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering our listeners 50% off and free shipping on your first box plus free dessert for life. Go to homechef.com/ride. That's homechef.com/ride for 50% off your first box and free dessert for life. Oh my God, free dessert for life. Homechef.com/ride. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert. God, you know how frustrating it is when you think you're making healthy choices just to find out it's not exactly having the impact that you expected? Ritual is not playing around when it comes to gut support. That's why it's time to transition to Ritual's Synbiotic Plus. They designed Synbiotic Plus with a delayed release capsule to help reach the colon, an ideal place for biotics to grow and thrive. As you know, Benny and I feed each other our Synbiotic Plus every morning. We love to take it just to stay regular, to do that extra bit for our gut health. As you know, we're in our 30s, and sometimes you do need to start really taking care of your body from the inside out. Beauty is skin deep or something. Ritual products contain high quality, clean ingredients, and all of Ritual's products are vegan, GMO-free, and tested for heavy metals and common allergies. Synbiotic Plus is a complete biotic formula, a 3-in-1 with clinically studied pre-pro and postbiotics in clinically studied doses to support a balanced gut microbiome. Ritual's Synbiotic Plus is formulated with 118 CFUs of the world's most researched probiotic strains, backed by 100 plus publications of human clinical trials. One daily mint-scented capsule for bloat, gut, and regularity support is all you need, and formulated without GMOs, major allergens, animal products, shady fillers, and artificial colors. So get your gut going and support a balanced gut microbiome with Ritual Synbiotic Plus. Save 25% on your first month at ritual.com/ride. That's ritual.com/ride. Save 25% on your first month.
I bring up potty training so we can get into my ride.
Mm-hmm.
But those are important milestones for a child.
Of course.
Potty training, debit card.
I can't
first
wait to
communion.
hear your ride today because I have a lot to say about this as well.
As I've mentioned today, I'm riding for peeing.
Well, you are famous for peeing with the door open.
I do pee with the door open, and that's
Yeah.
something we've discussed at length on the previous podcast. So yeah, this is still within the world of peeing with the door open, is just peeing in general. And I feel like, to me, there's not really a better feeling than when you have to go to the bathroom and then you go. And as they said in Halloween Town, magic is really very simple. All you have to do is want something and then let yourself have it. In a way, every time you pee, it's like magic, like the Disney store. So I think peeing is so wonderful, and I have some new thoughts on peeing.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone, regardless of how they identify, should pee sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this, I think, for a few reasons. One, equality and equity.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you're not going to get pee on the seat if you're sitting on the seat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And three, I think it's just like, take a load off.
Totally.
Literally take a load off.
Take a break.
Have that moment for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I feel like there is a really bad stigma with actually sitting on toilet seats like in public bathrooms, but I just don't think the back of people's legs are that disgusting. Like, I don't see the problem. And people
At
that
airports,
squat,
I do that.
you do some paper.
Yeah, I do the paper.
But people that squat are just getting like pee all over the seat. And that's not okay.
Yeah.
You have to think about the people coming in after. It's not just about you.
It's so true.
Peeing is a communal experience.
Yeah.
Especially when the door's open.
Exactly.
But the other thing I've been doing lately, and I think this is going to really blow people's minds, is that sometimes when I pee, I'm actually scared to say
You
it.
pee on Edward.
No. Sometimes when I pee lately, I'm like, save the planet. I've not been wiping. I just pull my underwear up and it dries in 5 seconds. And then I flush the toilet with my foot. And then I just, then
and you grunt.
then the peeing experience is over.
Yeah.
It's just like simpler.
Yeah.
I want to take a load off when I'm peeing. I want it to be a good experience. I don't want to deal with toilet paper sometimes.
Taking a load off. How cool is that?
How cool is that? So I just think peeing is it's very human. It's a gorgeous experience, but I think we can simplify.
I agree. I always sit down when I pee because it is just like, oh, and it's more time to look on the phone.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, sweetie. Sometimes it is easier just to stand, especially in a bathroom, like going to urinal is just.
But
really
I would argue
easy.
that urinals are foul. And we
That's
should
so
abolish
interesting.
them. Abolish the
toilets-
police and urinals.
Something pretty sinister happens in toilets though, sweetie. So.
But it's not staring up back at you, is it? Like urinal cakes that are just like.
Well, unless you're looking.
I'm sorry. I think urinals are not okay.
Yeah.
And as we move toward gender neutral bathrooms, which obviously I'm like fully a proponent
Yeah,
of,
of course.
I think we need to just get rid of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The great equalizer is if we all pee when we sit down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to reinvent the form and it's working. It's going well for me, at least.
Well, it's so interesting because I got a lot of shame for sitting when I'm peeing like that. For some reason, that's such a whole thing in locker rooms.
It's just wrapped up
So
in like
crazy
politics.
that's what we're talking about. I'm like, it's not the fact that all of you smell like shit.
Yeah.
And like, don't wipe your ass. Like that's what we're talking
yeah.
about
You're gonna
here.
talk about me sitting down to pee when you
Yeah.
guys have like shit on your butt.
And yeah, I'm taking a break because this dumper needs a break.
It's heavy. Heavy as the head.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown, Katy Perry. So I think this is amazing. And I love peeing. Sometimes I really edge myself with peeing because I have to pee so bad. And I'm like, sometimes I love my life too much and I don't want to do it. But then when I go, I'm like, oh my God. But I've had some such long pisses. And when someone says I got to take a piss, I think that's garish.
I agree.
I think that's fucked up.
What do you think is the right thing to say? I have to go to the bathroom.
I have to pedal
I have
and
to
then you
pee.
run and then gallop out of the room. I think the restroom is like maybe the sweetest thing
What
you can
about
say
I have to
someone.
pee?
Yeah, sometimes I do say I have to pee. You know, I've been noticing recently though, I think
What?
it's so funny when someone comes back from the bathroom and they obviously took a shite,
A shysta?
a shite, and they come back.
You're being crazy today.
This episode is fun. And we never said this pod wasn't going to be fun.
That's actually the only thing we have said it will be every
Exactly.
time.
Is that people keep coming back to tables, and I love when it's clear that they took a shite and they're coming up with all these reasons why.
There's
it
a
took so
line.
long.
There was a line.
They're like, oh my God, it was so crazy. Like I was in the bathroom and then just like, it was so insane. Like I met like Weird Al Yankovic in the bathroom. So he's in the line.
Yeah.
And then I was talking to him for a sec. And then this person, all of the stalls were taken, but then we found out that the door was locked. Like it's just the stories, the folklore that comes about from just people like feeling so much shame for taking a dump.
I know.
Is really
we have to
explosive.
remove that shame. I think
know.
the older I get, I'm just like, it's okay to talk about. But I also
You tell me every time. I tell you every time.
Yeah. And I actually so I drink a lot of water, as everyone knows I'm obsessed with water. So I'm peeing, 8 to 10 times a day. I get to have that release. And that's like a little gift that I give myself. Not everyone at the table has to like talk about the fact that someone just took a while in the bathroom. But wait, actually,
What are you laughing at?
this is a really fun thing to text people if they've been in the bathroom.
Did you fall in?
But not just that. So I was out with Emily to dinner.
Did you fall in as traditional family values to me? Did you fall in?
But I texted her. She went to the bathroom at all time to take a nude to send someone.
Yeah.
And she'd been in there for like 20 minutes. And I texted her and I said, did you fall in, sis?
It's so fun. You have to ask people
It's
that.
so fun.
You fall in?
Sometimes there really is a line and you have to be like, that there was a
course.
line.
And if there was, I am like, yeah. And then, but I do this. That's why I'm like, I think that's what alarmed me to it. I'm like, why am I'm telling them like, the Odyssey.
Of course.
Like, this is Homer.
It's the Iliad.
It's the Iliad.
Followed shortly thereafter by the Odyssey.
Literally, I'm like, this is
It's
crazy.
Homer.
It's Homer.
It's literature.
No, it is. I think like that, all those stories were cooked up because they were just like so scared to tell everyone they took a shite.
Odysseus took a really long dump. And when he came back, he was like, you will not believe what happened.
You not believe.
No, I wasn't shitting. It was like this crazy thing happened.
Literally, and it tells the story of the Iliad. People don't think we're scholars. We are.
Yeah, I oh God. Anyway, peeing I think can be a really powerful practice.
You know what we could do
What?
is if you've been in the bathroom a long time, you come outside, stand at the table and go, that's it. All the girls that you feel like this.
You know what's no, the level of callbacks that we're doing at this point, I'm just like, at some point, the podcast is just going to be like, it won't make any sense.
No.
But I'm ready for it. And the people that have been listening,
Start from the top and go down. When people go, which one should I start with? I'm like, how about the pilot?
you won't get certain things.
No.
There is a barrier to entry.
Yeah.
You won't get certain things.
Okay.
I almost peed my pants the other day.
Why?
First of all, I have an iconic peeing pants story. I
Where
was
was
literally
it?
in 8th grade.
Yeah.
And we had to wear navy blue corduroys and like a white polo shirt to school at,
Oh, that was
at Greenwich
same.
Catholic School.
Yeah.
And I got home, I got dropped off by a carpool and it had snowed. It was freezing outside and I didn't have a house key and I had to pee so bad. So I go over to our lockbox because obviously we have one. I didn't make it.
I'm picturing you just slowly falling to the ground.
But wait, it was so cold that my pee was so warm that steam came off my corduroys.
Off your Gap cords.
Talk about the sizzler.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is
And I was
so
I was
incredible.
alone, like no one was there to witness it, and it was something I could have just sort of like
Yeah.
buried deep in the recesses of my mind. But I was just like, first of all, women in STEM.
Yeah,
like
totally.
it's like it's going to vapor in front of my eyes.
Yeah.
That's like fucking sick.
What a cool learning lesson for you as a kid. You know what I mean? That's so cool. Yeah. That was like photosynthesis. So not what it is.
I think it's sublimation, but I'm not
That
sure.
was sublimation, totally.
I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
But so that happened to me. And then the other day, Emily slipped with her. She's wearing Keen shoes. She has these new shoes.
Oh yeah,
These
her Keen era.
Her Keen shoes.
Yeah, they're Keen
And
era. Here's
the problem with watching people fall.
Oh, I have such a good one. No.
Watching people fall is the ultimate. You had to be there because no matter how you describe it, I could never explain the acrobatics
And
that
everyone's
she did.
like, they have to go, are they okay? And it's like, well, of course, I'm telling you the story, but it was
obviously-
so funny.
No, they died. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
No, so she did fall, and I won't explain it to you, but it was really funny. And I had to pee. If I had to pee even 0.05% more, I would have completely wet myself, and we would have had to go home.
Yeah.
And but it was very human.
There's something so human and so unbelievably funny about it. Like I used to, and I think it's just my anxiety. Like it would happen at school. Sometimes if someone falls and I'd just be like, oh my God, no. But Terry recently fell down the stairs with a towel on and he literally took a tumble. Sister, it was like boom, 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 like each stair. And I'm like, what is going on? Who is in my house?
There's an earthquake in my house.
Yeah, literally. And he looks, he goes, doll.
No,
And I was
no.
like, Terry. But I saw the last little part and he's just so tall that it just was so.
Big tree fall hard.
Big tree fall hard. Literally. Yeah. It was so fucking. Timber. He's going down. I'm yelling. You better move. You better dance. Freshman. So, should we get into ride or die?
Yeah.
I ride for taking a piss. Obviously, peeing is great. I will say that sometimes I like I said, I edge myself, and maybe I should allow myself to pee more. I am only drinking sparkling water though, so I don't pee 8 times a day by any means.
Yeah.
But I wish I did drink more water.
People should be
Yeah.
drinking water.
If you pee in the shower, sorry.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. That is
Just aim for the drain. Is
what
my
a sweet
thing.
release though.
Yeah.
And
But
then
aim for the
you
drain.
wash,
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, and before you go to bed, I think. But is there anything
Always
better?
empty
oh
that
my
bladder.
God, I just had the most toe curling fucking orgasm of my life. thinking about waking up in the middle of the night, peeing, and then getting back
Oh
into
my
bed.
God,
Are
I
you
know.
kidding me, Marshall?
Just go right when you wake up and you know you have to. Like, just get up in that moment and give that to yourself.
And then you go right back to bed? Or, because I'm talking about
Oh, yeah.
middle of the night.
Oh, yeah.
It wakes you up and
Right
you go,
back to bed.
and you go,
You
"Let's
scurry
take a
off.
piss."
Scare yourself in the mirror. Ooh.
Okay.
And then you pee.
Mhm.
And then you come back to bed. Also, peeing is what can prevent. So I didn't learn this because our sex education in this country is only at the Super Bowl and on red carpets.
Mhm.
And I didn't know that you have to pee after sex or you could get a UTI. So the first time I got a UTI was that I thought I'm going to die. Like, I'm going to die.
You're peeing blood.
Well, you're peeing every 14 seconds.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's just only like a little couple of drops coming out. Pee after sex. I can't stress this enough. I go after any time like anything's going on down there, I'm going to the bathroom just to be safe.
Yeah.
And that's the way I live, and that will be a chapter in my book.
You have to pee during you have to pee after sex.
You have to pee during sex.
During Avatar: The Way of Water.
You have to.
I just don't think you should hold pee that long.
Don't deprive yourselves.
No.
Because you can get a really bad infection.
Yeah.
Also, don't try to treat your UTI at home. You should get the meds. Because
Really
one
good
time I
point.
did that and I had to go to urgent care because I had the chills and the shakes.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah. I've had a really, really tough road with UTIs. So maybe that's why peeing and I have a sort of special bond.
Isn't that how you said you die as a cave woman?
Absolutely. I wouldn't
UTIs.
stand a fucking chance.
And then Salem, obviously.
Yeah. I'm not really surviving outside.
This current.
And if it was the
Modern
20s,
era.
I would die like Keira Knightley in Atonement. So
Yeah, that's true.
in the tunnel, the
Hmm.
floods.
I wonder which eras I would have really succeeded in.
We don't know. Dinosaurs
Dinosaurs.
in your loincloth?
Literally in my loincloth. Me on a stegosaurus.
This
my shit. So my feet like this. T-Rex is stomping. Get out of bed around that. I would have, seriously, if I would have been alive during the time of the dinosaurs, like I'm a creationist all of a sudden. If I would have been alive during the time of the dinosaurs, I would have written Hollaback Girl.
You just needed the downtime, and then
Yeah.
you could have. I ride for 6-year-olds having debit cards.
We have to.
That's
Sorry.
it. I think I made my stance known.
Yeah. Thank you so much for riding. Thank you so much for listening to Ride. Love Corn, thank you for sending us a swag bag. We just absolutely adore you. And anything else you want to say, Mary Beth?
Oh,
Go take a piss, girls.
Oh, go piss, girl. Remember that meme?
Oh my God. Go piss, girl.
And in closing, what I will say to all the girls out there, to all the bronies, go piss, girl.
Oh, my exit.
Benny, babe, eyes on the road. Benny, go!
Ride.